Yesterday there weren't enough girls in gaming. Today there's too much white phosphorus in gaming. And here we go. You can't win, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. Modern Warfare dev downplays white phosphorus controversy, says multiplayer is about fun. So we have people complaining to Modern Warfare developers about white phosphorus being in their games. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is what we're dealing with in the modern world. You can't play a video game without there being someone out there who gets offended, who's hurt, who needs a tissue to comfort themselves because we're playing a game that we're shooting at each other. It's a war game. It's a game about war and warfare, killing each other. But white phosphorus, that's it. The line has been crossed, ladies and gentlemen. White phosphorus. Oh my God. Infinity Ward released a heap of new details about Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer mode this week, both on live stream. Journalists had a hands-on press event in Los Angeles. Details included the game's new kill streak rewards. So, mind you, this is a game that had nuclear bombs that you could drop. Like, I think if you had like a crazy kill streak, you could just drop it on the game and like end it, killing everybody or some crazy stuff. I'm not a Call of Duty player. I never played Call of Duty. I used to play like the old ones, like Modern Warfare 2, and then I think the one after that was the World War II one. But I was playing like old school PlayStation 1, like Medal of Honor. Like, and then when Call of Duty got big, I was out of this scene with these games. But yeah, you could drop nukes on people's heads, but what, the white phosphorus crosses the line? That's it. Call the UN. We got, war crimes on our hands within gaming. In the real world, white phosphorus is a chemical weapon that has horrific power. The chemical ignites when it interacts with oxygen, creating a thick white smoke screen that can obscure troop movements and disorient soldiers on the battlefield. But white phosphorus also burns extremely hot, making the chemical very dangerous. Because the AK that I lift up and shoot you in the face and blow your skull off, that's not dangerous. White phosphorus, though, let's make an article about it, about how people are complaining to Modern Warfare developers. This is some crazy stuff. Now, I don't know if people they do this to make a news cycle, to have things like this, or if there are really people out there like, oh my God, the white phosphorus, this should be banned from war. And since it's banned from war and it's a war crime to use, it should be banned in video games. Like we're reaching levels of stupidity that have not been seen. But I digress. Let me continue. Infinity Ward saw criticism for choosing to allow players to use white phosphorus against each other in the game. The inclusion of the weapon also seems at odds with Infinity Ward's stated goals for its single-player campaign. Now, what are the stated goals for a single-player campaign? The studio says it means for Modern Warfare narrative to be gritty and realistic, exploring morality and gray areas soldiers have to navigate when balancing completing their missions, doing the right thing. It's a war game. Doing the right thing, you should go into the priesthood. You want to go into war? You're going into war to kill, to conquer. What are people talking about here? We saw it in Modern Warfare. Here's what happened. These are all links to, yeah, whatever. Game of the past have included weapons in multiplayer that are horrific in the real world, including flamethrowers, napalm, and even nuclear weapons. There you go. Yeah, exactly. But white phosphorus is a big deal now. The art director pointed out during an interview with GameSpot that Modern Warfare's multiplayer trailer ended with a nuclear detonation. Nuclear bombs have been kill streak rewards in past Call of Duty games. Ultimately, I think it's a realistic game. Yeah, it's a realistic game because I want to pick up an M16, put a burst in your chest, take out my white phosphorus grenade, toss it at you, and watch you melt like the little snowflake that you are. Blah, blah. People want to be thoughtful about what they're playing. No, they don't. People want to have fun. That's what people want. Mr. Stephen Miller. Thoughtful? Stephen Miller's what? Someone in the development team? So that's all politics. This is politics. When you get questions like this from the media, it's politics. You gotta give political answers instead of just saying, yo, dude, calm down. Number one, it's a video game. Number two, everything in the video game is a weapon of war. So it is what it is. People are gonna throw grenades. They're gonna pick up guns. They're gonna use throwing knives to hit you in the head. It is what it is. It's a multiplayer game, and it's a video game for people to go out there and have fun. if you don't want people to have fun this way and you want the whole world to be, you know, what are the games on the app games where you match up crystals and gems? You want everyone to play that game, right? No, this is what people want to play. This is what young men want to play, right? Ooh. It's almost like having two different actors in the same film. You might have a realistic, dramatic, deep, disturbed character with a horrible past and all his trauma, and then you over here you got another character that's devil may care, whatever. But look at it this way. I almost look at the game as three very different characters across the same film, blah, blah, blah. Basically, you could read the rest. I'll leave it up on the screen for you. We saw white phosphorus use in Modern Warfare during our hands-on session. It blankets the battlefield in white smoke, which does a small amount of damage to enemy players, renders the screen in black and white, disorients them as they cough through it. That's awesome. We didn't encounter any canisters. Apparently, we'll burn any that wander too close. Dude, that's awesome. People are going to love it. And then you're just going to have people with stuff like this. They see these articles once the game comes out, yo, they're gonna be dropping white phosphorus on everyone's head like, yeah, this is what I want. Like, come on, get off it. Anyway, well, what do you guys think about this? Look, I dropped a video yesterday. I'll link it up here if you didn't see it, about girls in gaming and how there was complaints about that there weren't enough girls in the World Cup, the last match, the championship round in Fortnite. Then you have things like this. Modern Warfare devs downplay white phosphorus, like they downplay it. Like, why is it even being brought up? You know, I would like to really question the media out there when it comes to stuff like this. Like, we're past this. We have rating systems on games. Leave it alone. But what do you guys think about this out there? Is there? Can you cross a line in gaming? Can things be too bad? Does anybody remember Sega CD? Right, you had the Sega Genesis, you extended the Sega CD, and there was a game called Night Trap, where like you would invade this house with all girls, and it was pretty wild for the era that it came out in. And Sega CD was different. It was kind of like movie/video games. It was like live action video games. It was weird how they built those games, but it was fun. But Night Trap was crazy, you know. And it's Call of Duty. What, we've had a new Call of Duty now every year for the past 97 years. Why is this any different than any other Call of Duty? It's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Is there a line that could be crossed in gaming? If so, what is it? Let me know. I'd like to know what you think. And yeah, that's all for now, guys. Modern Warfare dev downplays white phosphorus controversy, says multiplayer is about the fun. That is all. That is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.